So we are going to do chicken anticuchos, Anticuchos is a traditional Peruvian street food. Our take on it, we are going to serve it also with a Peruvian sauce, which is based on an ají amarillo paste. It can be found as dried, and then you dehydrate it and you make your own paste. So let's start. Chicken. We can use the chicken thigh, the chicken breast. In this case, I'm just using the breast. Let's do about 2 ounces each. For 2 ounces each anticuchos. So I'm going to cut it in 1 piece more, 6 pieces. So we have our meat. The anticuchos, we are using this really nice flat bamboo skewers that I'm buying in the Japanese store. You can use any other type, maybe a little more affordable than this. One piece. So it seems that what I cut it was too much. I have that left over. We have the 2 anticuchos, and I'm gonna start working with the sauce. Basically the sauce, it will come better in the hand mixer because it will be emulsified, but home cooking, we just are going to use a whisk. Flavors are going to be the same, texture a little bit different, but what we are looking for this is just the flavor. I'm gonna use a little bit of lime juice. Just about half a lime, but it will translate into, I would say, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. Ají amarillo paste. Half a tablespoon. Garlic. Basically what we are looking for in this sauce is it needs to be balanced between the spiciness, the acidity, the oil, the spices, the salt. But and then I think that every chef will have different tastes, so we just play with that. This is our garlic. That was about like half a clove. And then with the whisk, I'm gonna wrap the oil. So I wrap 3 tablespoons of oil, 1 tablespoon, 1.5 tablespoon of lime juice, half a spoon of ají amarillo, some salt, which I'm adding right now, and just a little bit of cumin. Cumin and oregano are in mostly of the dishes in Peru, so it's very traditional over there. We whisk it a little bit more. We taste it. That's beautiful. Remember that if we leave this in the fridge, tomorrow it's gonna have a better taste. All the flavors are gonna marriage. I think all the flavors are gonna come up, especially the cumin. I'm gonna salt and pepper the skewers. And we are going back to the stove to cook it. And then we finish plating up. Just a little bit of sea salt. Some fresh ground pepper. And to the stove. So I'm gonna add just a film of oil on top. Just a little bit. And the skewers start going on. You can hear the sound of it. That means that the pan is about it's very hot. And I think with this temperature we give about, I would say 2 minutes on each side and it's gonna be completely done, but still it needs to be juicy. So these chicken anticuchos are already cooked, but it's still juicy. We don't want to dry it up, mostly because it is the breast and it dries up, loses all the flavor, and it's very difficult to chew. I'm gonna make the vinaigrette first. Usually vinaigrette, 2 parts of oil. In this case, I'm using a really nice Greek olive oil. Some lemon juice. In this case, we can use any type of vinegar. Like sherry vinegar, rice wine vinegar, white wine vinegar. Remind that the vinaigrette needs to be 2 parts of oil, 1 part of acidity, in this case the lemon. Some salt, tiny bit of black pepper, and sashimi, just to give a little bit of spices. I mix it. Some cherry tomatoes, cut in half. And the leaves. Here we have a mix of green leaves. As you can see, we have some baby la rosa, frisee, spinach, arugula, rocket arugula, some radicchio I see as well. We mix this. I think that this is ready to serve. We serve some of the salad on one side. Remember just to be very gentle with the salad when we are mixing it. Anticucho skewers or chicken skewers. Some of the ají amarillo sauce on top. We are going to do a great sushi, a great recipe for sushi, which is called innovative Gunkan. We are doing seared foie gras, a little bit of nashi pears, and eel sauce. So Coach is gonna start salt, a little bit of sea salt on top, a little bit of fresh ground black pepper on both sides. And we are going to sear that to begin to do the gunkan. Gunkan is a great type of sushi which is used to serve any type of loose ingredients, like it can be egg rolls, tobiko, uni. In this case, we are doing it with a great Hudson Valley foie gras. So now after Koji-san salt pepper the foie gras, we are going to sear a little bit. It's gonna be raw in the inside. We are gonna pass dry so it doesn't have a lot of fat. And then with this foie gras, we are gonna start working on the gunkans. So basically we are going to start with searing the foie gras. My pan has been a little bit there for a long time, so I hope that it's in the right temperature. Just put your hand, hold it to see if it's already got the temperature that we are looking for. It needs to be hot, but not too hot, so it can get like a really nice golden color, but it doesn't burn. So you already can start hearing it. I place the first piece. The second piece, I'm gonna just cook two because are two the ones that I need. So this is gonna need a little bit more of a color and a little bit more of time. I would love the camera to start getting the smell because it's great. So this one already got like a really nice golden color on the sides, on the edges. So we turn it. It was about 1 minute, I believe. And always when you are doing your foie gras, always have prepped a plate with some paper so we can drain all the fat that we don't need for the gunkans. I believe that these ones are already done. So that is a beautiful color that they already got. Second piece out. And we are ready to begin doing the gunkans. We just seared our foie gras. If you can see the beautiful color that it got on the side. In the middle is a little bit raw, which we are gonna get the best flavor. So Koshi-san is gonna start cutting the garnish, which is going to be nashi pears. It's an Asian pear. I like the sweetness of it. We can use, if you guys don't find Asian pears, we can use any type of pear or apple or any type of seasonal fruit that has the same quality as the Asian pear. So he already cut the garnish. Now he's gonna start with the rice. This is a sushi rice. It's mixed already previously with a little bit of rice vinegar and sugar. It's a mix. We bring it to boil, same ratios of sugar and rice vinegar, and then we cool it down, and that's what we mix the rice. Now he's gonna do about 1 inch wide of seaweed nori, which usually is the one that we use to do the sushi. So I would like to see if you guys can see Koji wrapping the seaweed around the rice. So he already did the 2 gunkans. Now it's time to fill it up with the foie gras, which he put it whole, which is gonna keep all the juices inside. In this case, he's using the nashi pears as triangles. We can do a small brunoise, put it on top. We can do batons. That's up to the choice of the chef. So now he's gonna drizzle a little bit with some eel sauce. Eel sauce, it can be purchased at Asian market. At the restaurant, we make it with mirin, soy sauce, eel bones, and sake, and we reduce it until it has like a really nice glaze. Just a little bit of a drizzle of the eel sauce. He's gonna put just a little bit of sea salt. And we garnish it with some micro chives. In this case, we can use some of the chopped chives or any type of herb, but just with a little bit of flavor, not too pungent. Some sesame seeds. And there it is, our seared foie gras gunkans with nashi pears, drizzled with ear sauce, and a little bit of chives on top. Enjoy. And today we are going to show you how to do an innovative gunkan that we are doing at our restaurant, which is Wagyu tartar with quail eggs and potato pie. So Koji-san already started slicing the Wagyu beef. Basically for 2 gunkans, that basically is what it is for each person. We are going to do about 2 ounces. The way that we are doing it at Sushi Samba, one of them, which is I believe one of the best ones that we have, it is the Wagyu tartar. So he just sliced it, he minced it basically. So he's gonna use a little bit of chopped chives, some ponzu, which is a mix of lemon juice and soy sauce in the ratio of 2:1, 2 soy sauce, 1 part of lemon, a little bit of olive oil. Basically, I like to use a really nice olive oil. In this case, it's a Greek one because it gives like a really nice fragrance and aromas. A little bit of sea salt. Now he mixes it, and that's going to be the filling for the gunkans. Now comes the second part, which is to make the type of sushi, which gunkan translates to battleship in Japan. Koji-san is going to cut the strips of nori, which he's going to wrap the rice with. Basically, we are going to serve 2 of them. Now he's wetting his tip of the fingers so he have the rice doesn't stick in his hands. Remember that this is a sushi rice, which is rice mixed with a solution of vinegar and sugar. Basically, that mix of vinegar and sugar is to lower the pH of the rice, and then it doesn't get contaminated. There is no growth of bacteria or anything. For that reason, the sushi is safe. Right there, we see the 2 gunkan shape. Now he's gonna fill it with some of the Wagyu mix that he did, which we call the tartar. So we have the gunkans, we have the tartars. Now it comes with 2 other ingredients, which are the primary ones, and they're going to give them the flavor that we are looking for. The first one, we are using some quail eggs. Koji is gonna use just the yolk, 1 yolk per gunkan. Quail eggs, there is a beautiful scissors that they come in any kitchen store. It's easier instead of using a knife, it's more safe. Now Koji is separating the egg whites and the yolk. If this will be chicken eggs, I will say to keep the white for another preparation, but now there is no problem, we throw away. Basically, the way that he's using to take the egg whites out of the eggs, let's say, is using with 2 spoons. So he lets the whites to fall, and then he keeps the egg yolk. Right there is 75% of the job done. He's gonna top it a little bit with some potato strings. In this case, we make it at the restaurant. We thin slice it through a Japanese mandolin. We fry it at 325 Fahrenheit. A little bit of sea salt when they are golden, and we let it rest. We can buy it at the store as well. So he top it a little bit with it. He's gonna use some chopped chives, a little bit of sea salt on top, and that is the yummy, beautiful dish to enjoy. So those one are Wagyu Tartar, Gunkan from Sushi Samba. Enjoy. This is shio shake onigiri. So what Koshi already did, he dipped his fingers a little bit on water. He put a little bit of salt on his hands, and now he's gonna do the rice in the shape of a triangle. So as you can see, Koshi make a hole in the middle. He's adding a little bit of salted salmon, which is already cooked and cooled down. He put it inside, and now he's making the shape. Basically salted because we want to preserve it. Usually snacks as the onigiri is something that people don't keep a refrigerator or it doesn't get cooked. So the idea is the salt that we add up on the rice and the salt that we put on the salmon is gonna preserve both of them so we can eat it at any time of the day. And now it's wrapping it up with a little bit of the crispy nori. Enjoy.